We are looking at another Jed Hornbeak knife here, guys. This is the Cordell, once again in CPM 3V. I cannot get enough of his stuff. It just speaks my language. Let's dig into it. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Let's do some specs, some measurements, things like that. There's some cool things going on here. Got this kydex sheath with this cool like camo bubbly type thing going on here. It's cool. It's interesting. It's not obnoxious. I really like the pattern on here. The gray and the black looks really cool, very functional, not too in your face, but still kind of interesting. Leather on the back here with a belt loop, and this has kind of a faux alligator print on it. So it's cowhide leather, but it has a alligator print on it. Looks kind of cool. Nice and black, once again, nothing too crazy, but it adds a little bit of style to it. Really good retention on the sheath here. It doesn't wiggle around too much. You get a little bit of tip movement. You can kind of see right there, but nothing up here. This is all completely secure. Really good retention in terms of popping it out. And here is the blade. Let's get some specs on here. Overall length, what are we looking at? Overall length, we are looking at about 10 inches, 10 1/4 inches. Blade length is 5 inches, 5 inches of cutting edge. So really nice cutting edge on this thing. 5.5 inches before the scales start. So really, really nice. On the weight here, without the kydex sheath, we are looking at 11.11 ounces. So pretty heavy duty, pretty heavy. Let's do it with the kydex sheath here. 15.8, so almost 16 ounces. So, you know, I've seen worse. Let's do some blade thickness while we're at it. Fire this bad boy up, probably close to 1/4 inch. Yep, 0.23, so almost 1/4 inch thick blade. I would probably consider this just 1/4 inch of steel myself. Full tang construction, just like his others. We got black micarta with kind of a radiused texture on here. We've got 3 screws holding the scales onto the tang. We've got a huge lanyard hole. Huge. It's a nice big lanyard hole. It's nice and chamfered inside there on the steel. Everything fits together so nice. You can see how smooth all the edges are. Nice and beveled everywhere. Now let's get to the blade. Flat ground blade, quite thick behind the edge. It's going to be a super tough knife. Not necessarily a slicer, but it can do some damage. You can see how thick that tip is. This one's cool because the top here, it's kind of a dagger ground blade, and it is sharp at the top here. He's got another version just like this where it's got serrations on the top, which is pretty cool. Kind of wish I would have got that one. This has the double fullers. It's got the huge jimping up at the top. Everything is nicely done. There's the Hornbeak logo right there. Ergonomics on this is pretty dang good. My index finger fits right up here. The rest of my fingers fit right in here. Hammer grip, it feels excellent. Reverse grip, it feels excellent. Really just very ergonomic, very easy to handle, and very solid feeling. It's another home run from Jed Hornbeak. Really cool stuff. Little big, you know, for like EDC. Let's do a comparison to Paramilitary 2. And obviously with this style of a sheath, you know, it's going to be on the outside of the waistband. It's going to be pretty noticeable. So not really a concealed carry per se, although I'm sure you could figure out a way to make that work. But what a good all-around kind of survival, camping, self-defense style blade. This could be used for a lot of different things. So really cool knife coming from Jed Hornbeak. Just really like the way this thing looks. I love the finish that he uses on these. Outstanding. All right, guys. Let me know down below, what do you think of this knife? Talk to you later.